Hello everybody, welcome back to Classic Arcade Repairs. Sean back with you here today. Today we are going to start on a new repair, which is going to be a Donkey Kong. And I'm pretty excited about it. It's been quite a while since I've done a Donkey Kong board set. So this one is reported goofy characters, random characters on the screen, and also random and incorrect sounds. So just occurring. So we'll go ahead and jump into that and stick to the end of this video because I'm going to have a cool giveaway in the spirit of Nintendo's Donkey Kong. We're going to do a cool giveaway. And this is kind of sponsored by my friend Todd. Gave me something to hook you guys up with. And so stick around to the end and we're going to be giving something away. The only thing I ask, well, we'll get into it later. For now, let's get over to the bench and check out this DK. Okay, yeah, I'm just kind of going through and separating boards right now. This is the CPU board, and it looks like I can't remember if there's supposed to be a ROM there or not. No, there's not. There's only 4 ROMs on this. So that's probably complete. Yeah. This thing is kind of a basket case. A lot of these connector things are busted. So I wanted to get it out of this rack and lay them out to start with. There's the metal rack that they connect to. Okay. And this is the clock and video board. Okay. Let's go ahead and remove this guy right here. Heat sinks are broken off of here. Pop these guys off of here. Okay. P2 video. Let's separate these two guys. Oops, that one just busted. Dang it. Okay, here is our clock PCB. Clock. And it's just called the clock PCB because the clock is generated here. But it's kind of, it's also a video board. It handles the sprite generation and all that good stuff. This is the video board, which is this the character board? Produces the background. I'm not exactly 100% sure on that. Okay, let's see what we got. Let me remove this stuff. I want to remove everything. This thing wasn't put together right anyway on the rack. So I want to would like to try to put them together correctly. This one's busted. These both are broken. Both of these ones are broke. This one's, ouch, kind of broken. Kind of half-ass broken. Okay, the soundboard will go just to the side right away. I don't really care about the soundboard right now. We're not concerned with whether this thing has sound or not. Okay. Hey, and I will get to hook this up. This is this power supply back here I got given to me because it supposedly has a nice strong -5 output, which Donkey Kong needs a strong -5 output. You can't just use, I mean, you can use a regular switcher, but it's not ideal. You really need something that has more of an amperage delivered -5 because of all of the ECL chips that are on the boards. Okay, so let's go through some initial impressions. Let me clean my glasses. Alright. Looks good. This board is pretty clean. Looks okay. And our CPU board. TKG 3-06. Tantalum caps look okay. Nothing looks exploded. Yeah. Alright, I would say everything looks okay to start with. Connectors, good. 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 Okay, all of our connectors are good. That's good. So next thing to do is just lay these out, these 3 boards. I'll lay them out and we'll fire it up. And we will see what we get right off the bat. Get this stuff out of the way. Okay. Yep, I will come back and we'll see what we get out of this board set. I gotta hook everything up. I gotta clean up my mess here. I got a big mess. and clean up my mess, and we'll set these down, set them out, lay them out, and fire it up. Okay, I have all 4 boards hooked up. I got the soundboard hooked up as well. I got the speaker amplifier hooked up, and we are looking good. So what I will do is just kind of ground out around the the inputs, and move left, move right, all that kind of good stuff, and yeah, see what we get. Looks pretty good though. I think this was just a I went back through the email, and what was being reported was random weirdness on the monitor, and as far as characters, and also random sounds popping up, and I honestly think it's just bad interconnects and stuff. So I took everything apart and reseated everything, and I think that fixed it. But I am going to do its due diligence. I'm going to let it run for about 3 hours, playing it periodically with just grounding out. I don't have no joystick hooked up or anything like that, but I'll make sure that the sounds are all working. And let's go ahead and do that right now. I'll set the camera up looking at the monitor, and we'll mess around and see if we can't get some sounds out of this thing. If you turn it on, listen, I'll turn it off. And now listen when I turn it on. So it's acting like Donkey Kong acts. So we'll go ahead and do that. Go ahead and start up a game, hear the music, and all that good stuff. Okie dokie. Well, let's see what we got. See if I can do this. Let's find a good ground. Uh-oh. I hit something I wasn't supposed to hit. You know what I'm going to have to do? Is I'm going to have to look up the pinout, because I don't know what the pinout is. So let me do that, and I will come back. Okay, the symptoms this thing was displaying was, and you know what? My Donkey Kong, I have a cocktail Donkey Kong game, and mine did the same thing this one did. It would just randomly spit out sounds, and for the most part, it was the death sound, It would just do that over and over and over again for no reason. Just like this in attract mode. It'd sit there doing random sounds. And mine does that too. So this must be a common failure on these 4-board sets. And honestly, the only thing it is the connections between the CPU board and this board. What I did was I put in angle connectors, and I pinned a new connector there and there. I put angle connectors off of the CPU board and this board, so I got a good connection there. And And then these had guards on it. These things have guards. Cut the guards off so that this will slide all the way down on these connectors. I did that both there and there, and that fixed that problem. I've had this thing on for about a half hour now, and it hasn't messed up once. And so I believe that's all it is just connections between the boards. I went ahead and put window coverings on all of the ROMs on this board set. So this one reported, the owner reported having goofy characters and then random sounds. And the sounds were absolutely legit. They were happening. But the characters, I believe the random characters were happening and went away when I took this off of the frame and reset every interconnect. I think that was what fixed that. It was just interconnections, because I haven't seen any random characters at all. I haven't seen any random graphics. But yeah, the problem with the sounds, and what I did was I pulled my board set out of my cocktail game, because I knew that I had the same issue with my cocktail game. It would randomly just throw sounds out there, and then when it was supposed to have a sound, it wouldn't. It was all digital too. It wasn't nothing to do with analog. It was all digital, the digital sounds. So I put my boards. I put my CPU board on here with the customer's this board, and it did the same thing. I'd flip-flop it and use my soundboard on his CPU board, and it'd do the same exact thing. So I knew it wasn't the boards, it was the connection between the boards. It had to be. So going through and just remove these guards off of this, because these do not go down far enough on these connectors. So I just cut those guards off, slid these down on there, and repinned and put new angle brackets, angle headers, 90-degree headers on here, and the board down there. And now it's working right. Go ahead and start it up one more time. And the big test is when Donkey Kong would drop the barrel and it'd go down the girders and it'd kill you, there would be no death sound. That was the main thing. And then it would randomly do the death sound every now and again. And there it is. And this thing would do the death sound over and over and over again. With like not even a second between doing it. When it was in attract mode, it would do it over and over and over and over again. And it was just the connection between the boards. That's all it was. So if you have a 4-board set and it's giving you random nonsense sounds, I think it's a common thing on these sets. And what you need to do, I think the biggest thing was removing these guards off of this connector on both boards. I think that was the main culprit. But this one, I think, had issues too on his particular board set. I think that these must be a little flaky or something. I don't know. But it's working now. It's working good. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to leave this one running, guys, for about another 3 hours, and I'm going to start it and let it play every now and again. And just make sure that there's no... And I'm going to be in the shop here, and I'm going to be listening. And this thing shouldn't be kicking out no random sounds. So I'm going to go ahead and say we done solved this one, and that's a good thing to document on these 4-board sets, because that can be frustrating. Because I put the analyzer on it, and I analyzed these 75s, which are latch the addresses coming in. I was making sure everything digitally was working, and it was. I couldn't find anything wrong with it until I started messing around with these connectors. So that's going to do it. That's going to do it for this one, guys. So as always, I appreciate y'all watching and supporting the channel. Visit me on Patreon. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And it does help me out, and I do appreciate it. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you on the next Classic Arcade Repair. Okay, that board set is now just running, and no problems so far. It's been about an hour in, and as promised, we're going to now look at what we're going to do, a giveaway. And without further ado, let's check it out. Here I have a set of Donkey Kong side art. Look at that. How cool is that? It's 2 pieces. There are 2 of them. One for each side. Donkey Kong. This was printed by a local, here in Michigan, print shop. It's really super high quality. And yeah. My friend Todd had this, and so we're going to do a giveaway on this. The only thing that I ask is please have a Donkey Kong, and that you need side art for, because I could sell this on eBay if I wanted to, you know, but this is about giving back. This is about you know, it's about the viewers. So if you need a Donkey Kong side art set, the first person that emails me at classicarcaderepairs@gmail.com, in the subject line, in the subject, put Donkey Kong side art giveaway. The first email that I get timestamped wins the Donkey Kong side art. That's all there is to it. Just be the first to email me. Not a comment. Don't comment. Email. classicarcaderepairs@gmail.com. Subject line, Donkey Kong side art giveaway. Alright, guys. Good luck. And thanks a lot for watching and supporting the channel. And consider visiting me over on Patreon to help me keep doing this kind of cool stuff. And, you know, I'm kind of interact and give back to the